to discuss cafe groups. Whether you're a Roblox veteran or someone who's played Roblox for a short while, you've probably heard of cafe groups. There are many of these, such as Frappe, Bakeys, Soros, Berber, and many more. However, this one we're going to be focusing on today is Verd. If you live under a rock, cafe groups are mostly roleplay groups, despite the controversy in that statement. You are a customer ordering a chai, Berber, firm latte with mint flavourings, or a newbie grinding away in trainings, or worse, a HR. Now I say HR in that turn, a hypocritical turn, that these people, well, they're pretentious, stuck up, and rude. Now I have to credit not all people are like this, but from the majority of industry experience me and my friends have accumulated and the plethora of Discord groups we have joined. If you guys are skeptical about my industry experience, there's a video with me and my friend Jack, showing us HRs in Verd, and we'll link that in the description. And usernames are slightly different as well, so I'll put that there as well. HRs tend to have vile attitudes and personalities. I strongly believe that these groups are the love child of the words condescending and fake. I would know as I used to be just like this, however, this was exposed in the 2016 to 2018 popularity spike in these virtual cafes, among places like Verd, Bakeys, or smaller indie groups. The process of the group works in a chain. Find a group and join, apply or interview, await acceptance, train for your desired position, grind away for hours at the same position, get promoted, become a... So this first section is just something sort of unfair I noticed at my time at Verd, and after a little research I learned a lot of other cafes have a similar theme. All the HRs have Robux. This is why I want to take an in-depth look at Verd, in that I feel like there's a certain standard or bias towards Robux players. If you don't believe this, or the screenshots I'm showing, please go research yourself. It's kind of insane. It could be a huge coincidence, spanning across thousands of groups, or perhaps maybe foul play. Me and Jack had Robux at the time, which could explain why we reached quite high ranks, but it generally feels quite unfair towards players who can't afford Robux or players who can't get Robux. So the next section I'm going to talk about is getting the job. Many of the groups use TBS applications, RIP, but occasionally these places held interviews, which in itself were just large caste systems, 10 million interviewers versus you. After this tedious and complex process, you are finally a trainee barista, where you then have to attend training after training, which are surprisingly hard, and then finally after all this waiting and memorising, you're finally a general barista. That's it, an average barista. Some could argue that this is fun or part of the process we're meant to enjoy, but seriously, I do not enjoy standing there for hours waiting on people who are ungrateful or trolls. Annoying. But even after all of this, you then attempt to impress middle/higher ranks. I'm aware some run on point systems, which I think is a more fair and definitely a better direction for these groups. However, these poor and overworked people are constantly on top form and overeager to help. It's like a cult of show dogs constantly trying to prove themselves to HRs, which is where I lie uneasy with cafe groups. So this next section is going to be about higher ranks, and this is where this video may get a little hypocritical, as I mainly know about these people as I was one of these people. Since my evolution, I was able to reflect on how condescending, fake, and annoying these people were/are. The sheer cockiness gained from being promoted from assistant manager to chief executive assistant manager seemed to be an injection of confidence and would demolish any ounce of compassion left in these people. Not only that, the ranks seemed to be completely ridiculous and unnecessary. However, if someone was a higher level than you, it gave them complete authority over your entire being. I remember one time my superior stopped me from playing an obby so I would come for my shift. I was so involved in these groups that I would follow orders from a girl with silver fawn antlers, but that's not even the worst drama it causes. Although this was entertaining and definitely made some of my fondest memories from these groups, it was excessive, petty, and mainly upsetting. Section 4. Trolls. As you're probably aware by now, HRs implement the dumbest rules or guidelines that even customers have to follow, such as no chat spamming, caps abuse, or no standing on tables. This, of course, leaves the group victim to exploiters, raids, and best of all, trollers. By far, trollers are so common that they clearly outnumber customers. Trollers clearly make the choice to troll, and most of the time it's hilarious for them and other customers. but to the staff working there, they're a plague on every server and they're extremely difficult to deal with in an ethical way. Exploiters, on the other hand, I feel ruin everything, and there isn't necessarily an exception for them, and this is one of the only things I sympathise with HRs on. And like raids are just funny, so like take the L, Michael. So most of the groups on Roblox have separate communication servers on places like the wholesome platform for gamers, Discord, which obviously causes some issues and is a stem for the petty drama we all know and love. After we secretly infiltrated the Discord, we discovered a myriad of drama and whatever the hell this was. There isn't much to say other than describing how the Discord works, so here is a montage of our favourite messages we discovered on the Discord. So aside from all the in-game drama, I believe that these cafes have some real-world effects that affect the players and everyone involved with the cafe. Although this may not be the end of the world, cafe groups can and have problematic ripples into the players' lives. I can speak from experience here when I say being inside of one of these groups was an obsession and a large commitment that took up all of my free time. It was more than a hobby, and it led me to staying awake into the hours of the morning or not sleeping at all. Being older, I can manage this sort of thing, but towards a younger, below 12 demographic of these cafes, this could have been detrimental to their health or cause disconnect from friends and family, which is what definitely happened to me. Aside from cafes, I also feel like the safe chat in these games affects the platform of Roblox in itself. As many are aware that the Roblox safe chat system is far from perfect, with bypassing being a huge issue for Roblox moderators. A solution to protect younger players was safe chat. Although an already rocky feature, it's pushed to its limits inside of cafe groups. Since cafes are being pushed to more juvenile audiences on Roblox, many can't even state the name of the cafe without bypassing it, which is subsequently shows Verd's hypocrisy, as well as making the game less fun for the kids playing the games. And the final real-world effect I believe cafes have is the spreading of misinformation. Psychologists constantly discuss the importance of nurture in developing children who are pre-puberty. With the games we play being a large fraction of our childhood, I believe Verd holds a certain responsibility, as do many other game developers. So when younger people are exposed to the in-game nudity, bypassing, or trollers, or even the malignant attitudes of HRs, it's bad. But I do have to realise that this isn't the fault of the staff, but they could still implement certain features, or at least acknowledge the responsibility towards solving this problem. And finally, to conclude, I don't believe cafe groups ruin Roblox as much as I don't think they benefit them. I don't believe they are a plague on Roblox, and all of them, including Verd, need to be taken down. However, I do believe that they need improving and definitely need updating, so lots of the toxicity and drama is removed. This will ultimately make for a better experience, a healthier community, and hopefully a better Roblox, one that we can all strive for, and we can reduce the stigma against this website that does so much for its players. So I want to give a big thank you to Jack and Maddie for helping me make this video happen, but also thank you for making it all the way to the end if you did. Please like so the video can be seen by the officials of these cafe groups and we can really build a better Roblox environment. As well, this took a lot of time and research to make, so if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe, it really does mean a lot.